Omega Chicago Cycling Network. And as you can see, I'm here with a brother from another mother, I'll say for now. And before we get started, I'll say, Wakanda forever. It's all about fun, okay? This is why we do what we do. We just sit down, have a good time, we chat. And it's just like getting to learn about cyclists in Chicago, why they make Chicago awesome. They make Chicago awesome. Their background, what they do, what they don't like. But this is all about it, guys. Man, I really enjoy biking in Chicago, meeting all the folks here. Some of these guys I've met on Strava, some of them in real life. Some of them we do events together. Just on past Sunday, we were in the same event together. We're going to get into that stuff, all right? We'll get into all that stuff. But Chicago, man, Chicago, you rock. No matter what anybody say. As I say, Chicago is, when it comes to cycling, we're always winning, okay? We're like rock, paper, scissors, all in one. The Trinity. We win every single time. We're the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's what we're all about. Anyway, guys, thanks for subscribing, giving me a shout out, and just helping me to keep on building and highlighting why Chicago is an awesome place to be, why it's a fantastic network with people who moved from strangers to now we're like family, okay? And it's just an amazing, amazing scene. Like remind me of when I was in Miami and I was a runner. And over time, we just all became friends. And in Miami, I got famous because of my jerk chicken. And yes, now I'm becoming famous because of my jerk chicken. Because I feel my friends have had my jerk chicken and they're like, oh my God. One guy, as I said before, he wanted to leave his wife in front of him and come live with me because of jerk chicken. Okay. But again, this is why I love Chicago. We love Chicago. We'll bike here. This is our city. We're going to rep it and represent it. All right, guys, with no further jibby jabber, please introduce yourself. I want to go from there.
Hello, everyone. Ramon Stewart, or as most people call me, RT. I am a native of Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised. Moved from Cleveland to St. Louis for a work opportunity, and then took an awesome job opportunity here in Chicago, and that's how I'm here.
Oh, what? How long have you been here?
I have been here, it'll be 8 years next month.
Oh, I've been here about the same time as you. Yeah. I came here in 2018.
Yeah, it was November of 2017.
I came here in June.
Okay.
I'll never forget it.
Okay.
Because I used to run my age in miles on my birthday. And when I came here, I was so busy. I started working on June 11th and my birthday's on the 13th. And I just didn't have the time to do any running. But I did ride eventually, so I covered all those miles. But that's pretty amazing. So, yeah. Ohio. Wait.
The great state.
Isn't that where College of Worcester is?
That's where I went to school.
We called them. So you're a cow.
Yeah.
College of Worcester.
Yes, that's where I went to undergrad.
No way.
Yes, sir. That's where I went to undergrad.
Wait. So, okay. What year was this?
1997 to 2001.
Okay, my friends are just arriving there because I have some friends like Trisha and all these guys. They all went to College of Worcester.
Yeah.
And then she mentioned about, Aunt Phyllis. I think she was from Nigeria or something like that. But this is like a little bit after you left.
Okay.
So
yeah.
But that's great. I didn't know
that's where I went to undergrad. Yep.
So we always joke about calling people like, cow. What do you College of Worcester.
We were the Fighting Scots.
Gotcha.
So, that was my first introduction into the kilts and stuff outside of seeing, the firefighters wear them. So our mascot was actually the Fighting Scots.
Gotcha. And what did you study when you were there?
I studied economics. So I am in the economic realm still. So I studied economics for undergrad. I went to Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland to get my MBA in finance and entrepreneurship. And then once I left Cleveland, I took a job opportunity in St. Louis, as I stated before, working for Citigroup for a little bit. 10 years, kind of got stagnant there. And so an opportunity came up to me to come to Chicago. So I'm working for a guarantee rate now, or rate as we call ourselves now, who have the naming rights to the White Sox Stadium.
Oh, wow.
And so, cool. So I run part of a trading desk there, senior vice president, capital markets. So yeah.
Wow, we got a numbers guy.
Yeah, I got a numbers guy.
I think my friend Trisha, she worked for Citi. It seemed like a lot of people were going to College of Worcester and going for Citigroup.
Yes.
I think she worked in banking for a long time. I think she was at Citigroup for quite some time too.
Yes.
other papers and all sorts of different things. So, it seems like
Yeah.
there's a big City Group College of Worcester connection. And now I just realized that you were there a couple of years before my friends, because I came to the US in 2000.
Okay.
So I started college just about the time when you're a senior.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good. And, okay, you guys can probably see this right now. So this is RT, Ramon. You know, I'm from Miami, so if the Spanish kind of comes out, because in Miami we just say Ramon,
Mhm.
not Ramon. You know, to draw the R out a little bit. You know, Papi Chulo. So so you guys can see this, but he's about 6'13". He's a pretty tall guy. He's really tall. So did you do the sport in college or high school?
So I played football in high school, and then I played football in college as well at College of Worcester. So as I was stating a little earlier, I had a scholarship to go to the University of Pittsburgh, and ended up tearing my knee up the second to last game of my senior year of high school. So they took the scholarship back, and so I was devastated about that. And my aunt, who is a retired professor at Gallaudet University in DC, the University for Deaf Students, she went to Worcester. And so she was like, well, you should check it out. And so checked it out. She made some calls. And so I ended up an hour south of Cleveland, tipping cows.
Oh,
with the good old boys.
Man, I'm used to tipping cows. Have you let your tip a cow before?
You know, I don't want PETA coming after me, but you know, I was there. I can't say I did it or didn't.
Fair enough. So he has probably given a cow money. That's
yes.
Let's leave it at
yes. Let's leave it at that.
All right. So Ohio did your stuff.
Yes.
High school.
Yes.
And when you mentioned, when I saw you on Sunday and you said you play football at Ohio, I thought it was the
Ohio State University. No. However, you know, I am a huge Ohio State fan. I did go down to the game Saturday.
And missed the ride. I saw that.
Yes, and missed the ride. Yes, absolutely. I missed the ride to go to the game against Illinois. So we won. You know, it was a good time. Fans were fun, you know, a little banter back and forth, but it was a good time.
You're awesome. All right, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah, man, thank you for coming up. Like,
I'm well.
I respect it, because you live a little bit like in the city. I live like north of the city, so you drove up, and I really appreciate that you took the time out of your busy schedule as an economist guy that does really cool stuff. And here he is, you know. And again, I never knew anything about your background. Yes. I didn't know you went to College of Worcester until just now.
Yep.
So that's pretty neat. All right. So we're talking about, you know, cyclists in Chicago. Okay. How do you get into cycling?
So funny story. So buddy of mine, a guy named Steve Hill, he's from Chicago, older gentleman. He lives down in St. Louis, and we lived in the suburb of St. Louis called O'Fallon. And so working, I had picked up a bunch of weight, and I'm like, I got to get myself together. Like, I'm out here just fat for no reason. I know I shouldn't say fat, but I'm out here fat for no reason.
Yeah, high BMI.
You know, high. Thank you. Exactly. So, because of that, and then, like I said, the lingering knee issues, I needed to do something. And so I hate going to the gym because, you know, playing football, you had a structured schedule that you had to lift at this time. And then I just got tired of that. So he was like, get a bike. I said, I haven't ridden a bike since I was a kid, but okay. So I thought about it, and I ended up getting a bike. So my first bike was a Trek Cross Rip. And so I was let me just get this, I think it's a cyclocross bike. So let me get this bike to see if I like it before I really get deep into it.
Which is very smart.
And so, you know, we would go on some rides in St. Louis or whatever. And, you know, I was getting dropped. And, you know, I didn't have all the proper gear. You know, I had a helmet. At least I had a helmet. But, you know, I didn't have I was, for some reason, and this makes no sense at all. So I played football. So, you know, you had to wear the tights. So I guess as you get older, you get a little bit more self-conscious. Like, well, why am I wearing these tights? And I don't know if I want to wear these tights out in public. So I got over it. So I got me some nice bibs or whatever, and start riding. And man, I like this. And so this was 2016. And so literally 2017, coming to the new year, ready to start riding because St. Louis's weather is a little bit different than Chicago. So
how different is different?
So in the wintertime, when it's like 20 here, it'll still be like in the 50s there.
I'll take that.
And so, they have a pretty mild winter, so you can still kind of ride year round if you want to. They do have some cold days, but overall, I'll take it over this weather sometimes. And so I started riding, got into it. I think my first year, I think I did like 1,500, maybe 1,500, 2,000 miles, something.
That's a lot for a first year.
Yeah, but and my wife will tell you this, once I get into this stuff, I lock in and I go full gas. And so I got into it, and then I got the call for the job to move here. And so didn't really understand how it was going to work out. So I think one of the first things I did before I even moved was I joined, I looked up Major Taylor Chicago. And before I even moved, I was a member. I had paid my money and everything. So nice. I'm going to get up there, I'm going to start riding. I done scouted, I'm going to ride the lakefront, this, that, and the other. So I came up here, started riding with Major Taylor Chicago for about a year or two. And then I bought another bike.
The bug
started.
N+1 bug.
It has not stopped. So went to Cozy's. They used to be on Wabash down in the South Loop, and bought a CAD 12. It was a size 63. It had been sitting there, and as he said,
he's a tall dude.
I'm a big guy, tall guy. So it was perfect. They gave me a deal on it, so I was thankful for that. And so started riding it. And so that's when I met Kevin Carter from Misfits. And so, he's a bigger dude too, so, people still to this day kind of confuse us for each other. I have more hair than him. If you see me, he ain't got no hair. But that's my boy. But so we started riding together, and so then he started Misfits. And so I had, got a good rapport with him. So I started riding with Misfits. And so rode that CAD 12 into the ground. And it's so crazy. And I hate telling this story. So I had got it all customized. I got the wheels on it. I got because it was a blue and black bike. So I had blue handlebar tape and everything. So I take it in to get serviced. And this was back in 2020.
COVID, just before COVID, or?
Just before COVID. No, was this 20? No, this was not 2020. Yeah, it was 2020. When they had the uprisings. And I had took my bike to Cozy's downtown. And I got a call the next morning that said, the store has been looted. Your bike is gone.
I remember when that store was looted.
Yes. My bike, I had literally dropped it off.
Oh my God.
And they took damn near every bike in the store.
I remember very
new bikes,
clearly when Cozy got ripped
yes.
off. Because I think they even hit up like Rudy's bike or something like that.
Yes.
That was one of the other stores that they hit up.
So every bike, new bike in there for service, cleaned it out. So they call me, and I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. Because I had just got it, exactly how I wanted it. And I'm like, damn it. So they took care of me. They were great about it. I understood the situation wasn't their fault. And so they took care of me. So I ended up replacing that bike with Trek Damani.
Yeah.
And so rode that bike for I just sold it this year. Probably rode that bike for about 4 years or so. I used that as my, long distance bike because for some reason I had in my head that I shouldn't ride a racing bike long distances. But
I think you're correct. We can talk about that, but you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
And so, so I had that bike. But if I'll bag up some, so then went back to Cozy's again, and they had a System 6, my orange and black bike, if you haven't seen it, that I think everyone in the city has seen. It's of course, it's a very aggressive aero bike. I've tweaked it. I have the bar slammed. That's my baby.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
So,
anytime. I like it.
So that's my one that I still have. And then last year I bought a CAD 13. So I'm a Cannondale guy because they make bigger sizes. So they make 62s. And so that's my size, and it just works for me. So I can probably do a 61, but the Cannondale has taken care of me. And so I won't say I'm loyal to it totally, but that's my go-to brand.
Hey,
So.
and nothing wrong with that. And again, it's a Cannondale, but as somebody who lived in Miami for a very, very long time, would have said Cannondale. Because in Miami, you say Dale means let's go, right? Like Ale, you know, that's everything. So I mean, it's a pretty wild story because I remember when all these bike stores got
Yes.
ripped off in downtown, and
Yes.
even at one point they even hit up Wheel and Sprocket in Evanston
Yes.
too. They got glass slammed in. That's some crazy times, man.
Yeah, it was definitely crazy.
Yeah, so you talk about having your because there's a rule, okay, about having the blue underbar tape. So was your seat also blue?
My seat was a black
because you know the rule is
power.
The rule
power
is
saddle.
your handlebar tape should match your seat color, right? That's the rule. That's what I didn't make the rule. Veluminati said they have to match, and if they don't match, then all my bikes, I keep it simple: black handlebar, black seat. That's pretty crazy. So how many bikes do you have now?
So right now, like I said, I sold my Damani this year, so I got rid of it. So I still have 2 bikes. Well, if you count the Peloton, 3. So 2 that I ride outside.
Okay, so back to the point you made about aggressive position and distance, right? So, I mean, we can debate this, but aggressive setup for distance gonna hurt over time. So you want to be more kind of an endurance bike for distance.
Yes.
So less aggressive, less on your back, and you don't have to be all in air all the time. So if both your bikes are kind of air bikes now, I think you should get like 2 more bikes.
I agree. I just got to find space for them. So, I live in a condo and it's on the 3rd floor, right? And there's no elevator. So
bikes are light.
They're light. So, I just throw it on my shoulder and run up the stairs with it. But if I will say that.
You gotta specialize, man. You gotta try to specialize.
It's
like that one.
See,
pretty nice.
Though that I saw that on Sunday. It's very nice. I have a running joke with some fellow cyclists here. I don't do the special. I call it the special ed. But I know everyone loves their specialized.
Well, it's fun because I took the yellow bus to school, so I can ride that. I'm good. I am good. No, I was just experimenting. I really wanted like a stiffer bike, so I have these other bikes. You can see, but it's like I like to sprint. And it's like sometimes when I sprint, I just feel like the bike is too wobbly, and I'm just not getting that kick I need. And the ones that I could get are really expensive. So I'm like, I'm going to try an aluminum bike that it's aggressive. And I looked up like what people ride in crits and everything. And like the alley is what comes up. Everybody ride the aluminum alley. I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. It looked like it has like doo-doo on the under the top tube with the little welding stuff, which we joked about. But I can bypass that. I love that bike.
Yeah. And that's that CAD 12. I love that bike. And so I ended up getting a CAD 13. Similar reasons. And then I just saw, I was in Cozy's the other day, they had the 14 coming out. I'm not doing it. I just say that now.
Have you seen the video with the kid when they showed an image of somebody doing something and the little kid said, bullshit?
Yeah.
We're gonna check back in. He's gonna have the 14.
Yeah, listen.
So
or something else.
Yeah,
definitely. So.
No, hey, if you can get it and your wife don't say anything, hey, do it. You only live once.
She has her purses, I have my bikes.
Exactly. So. And my thing is, my wife is also a cyclist. So whatever I build for myself, I can get her. And as I said before, she wears most of my jerseys.
Nice.
And if I get a jersey she like it, then she will take it. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy one for myself. So we share things. So it's good stuff. So you and your wife don't ride?
No. Have
you tried to get her to biking?
I took her on a ride some years ago. It was probably about 2018. And we were living down in River North. And I'm like, hey, let's just bike to the lakefront. Little outing. And I took her down the bike lanes on Illinois. And that was like the worst thing I could ever did. The traffic
freaked her out.
To death. Scared of bugs. Got hit in the face with a couple bugs.
I mean, you guys don't do camping and all that stuff.
No. It was bloody murder with the bugs hitting in the face. So She said, "I'll see you and get back."
She's like, I'm gonna get Uber and go home.
Yeah, I'm good on all that. So.
Hey, so something with some people and some is just not. It is what it is. Okay. Sometimes we get lucky and get a wife who's a cyclist or a wife is a cook and you like to eat. So it is what it is. But that's pretty awesome. So what's your longest distance you've ever ridden on your bike? Because they say you have these aggressive bikes for distance. So what's your longest?
So my longest is 105 miles. So I do a ride to Milwaukee every year. So this was year 4. So the first year was me and one other cyclist, and it's kind of just grown every year. So next year will be year 5. This year we had about 12 people.
Oh, that's a good bunch.
So it was a good turnout. So we left from Union Station and we parked in the garage right attached and rode up to Milwaukee and then took the Amtrak back down. So
okay, so I think next year 6 you to get ride up and ride down.
Yeah,
it's about 160, 150 or so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay overnight or something. Make it a weekend thing. But yeah, 105 is my longest. So.
That's actually pretty good. I mean, if you ever want to join me at one of my weekend rides, because I was talking to Patrick, I'm like, look, the weather is getting crazy now.
Yeah.
If we get like a 65-day, a 60-day, and the season basically is over in Chicago right now. So now, like meaning like group rides. Rides season is basically over.
Yes,
like there's no like club rides because it gets dark, it gets kind of sketchy with a bunch of people. So now basically almost all the group rides, not riding,
absolutely.
But group rides are shut down. So now I must do my thing.
Okay.
So I told Patrick, like for the next couple of weeks, if it's a good weather, I'm biking to the border every single weekend.
Okay.
105, 150, I don't care. Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. So if you ever want to come, I'll let you know. We can back off the pace a little bit.
Yeah, you guys be hitting it.
We can back off the pace and we just go and we stop at CJ's Donuts and hang out and then we'll buy it back. And it's I love riding on that side of town. I like Hunt Club Road. Just imagine just going and going and going and there's no stop sign. There's no stop. It's just miles.
Nice.
One of my favorite places to be.
Nice.
And is that what road do you take? You just take Sheridan all the way up or?
Yeah. So we left at like 5:30 in the morning. So we came up, came to the lakefront and then went Sheridan, which, I hate riding on Sheridan Road, especially that stretch through Rogers Park. It's just it's just way too
sketchy. It's sketchy.
It's sketchy as hell. And even during the early morning when we were going through, there were still some cars, who want to just.
So this is what I do now. If I'm riding any place and it gets too sketchy, because if it's 2 lanes and you take the right and you go all the way to the right, there's gonna be people gonna try to pass you and they come way too close.
Yes.
So what I do now when I ride in 2 lanes, I take up 1 lane for myself.
Yeah.
And you can honk all you want. I'm telling you, go around because I think the rule is if you go, I think half the speed of the speed limit, then you're kind of obstructing traffic. But if you're going faster than that, you're fine.
Right.
So now I just take up the lane.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
that's what I do,
especially for the amount of people we had. So we were in 2s and we just took the lane. So I mean, it's one of these things. Some folks hate riding on the roads. I do both. I'm more with love for the roads as opposed to the trails.
Trails for me is too sketchy.
Yeah,
sometimes like I get yelled at people all the time. The trails like, man, stay over to the right or something, and they're in the middle of the lane. Again, I am not a fan. If I want for a chill day and all of my senses are in tune, I go on the lakefront. Yeah, because the people on rollerblades, I don't mind sharing the road. Yeah, but sometimes people are oblivious to what's going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Them, and it's just like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the lakefront. You can't pay me to ride the lakefront on Saturday or Sunday after 11 a.m.
Correct, because I think once you pass maybe like Balboa,
yes, and
head south, I think it's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
But from Balboa all the way back up to like Montrose, man, it's like
yeah.
And again, I don't mind everybody doing their own thing, and people running, skating, whatever. We just have to be more aware of what's going on around. Yes. People are just not aware. They have like big earphones.
Yeah, that man,
stuff,
and
they're like
that grinds my gears. Big studio headphones,
and they're oblivious to what's going on around them.
Yes.
They're like on your left, on your right, and they're just like.
Well, I did have a solution to that though. So some of you know this. I wear my whistle all the time.
I did not know you were a whistle.
Listen, I blow the hell out of that whistle.
Hey,
so
I have a bunch of whistles because I literally maybe have about 8 different whistles now from the different stuff that we do together, and which let's talk about it. But I have those whistles. So I mean, so this is why Chicago, we just don't write for ourselves. We write for other things in the city. We help out other aspects of city life. Okay, so let people know what you did on Sunday. Like what was the experience? Because I've done it many times.
Yeah.
How was it?
So Sunday, we were bike marshals for the Bank of America Chicago Marathon, and that was my first year. So honestly, it was an awesome experience. Not only just to ride through the city with no traffic, but just to go through the different neighborhoods. And, considering everything that's going on right now nationally and how the city's taking a bad rap, just to go through and see the different neighborhoods and just the party on the different blocks. Everyone had live music, whether it was a DJ or, a band or a cultural group doing like their performances or whatnot. I mean, it was fabulous. And so I'm definitely like signing up again for next year. I'm telling you right now.
Of course.
But yeah, it was great. And so I worked the hand cycle and wheelchair races. And so just seeing those guys and gals just push through, it was inspiring for me. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I was one guy, Lane 307. So I was pretty much behind him because he was bringing up the rear, and just to see him just keep pushing through and not want to stop and just did it. Like I feel proud, like I knew him,
like achieved it, but with
him, absolutely.
No, that's one of the most beautiful things I think about. Like again, exploring other things and trying something new. Or was that your mic? Oh, I think so. That's fine. You can pick it up. We can clip it back on.
Sorry, brother.
I got you. Again, we're gonna keep it natural. I wouldn't even edit this.
Yeah.
This is how I do it. I tell you guys, I don't edit, one roll, and that's how we do it. We just keep on rolling. Yeah. So for Chicago Marathon though, it's really a really good time for you to give back to the city as cyclists, and we come together and we out there for the runners and we protect them. Whether we run the medic, we run supplies from one tent to the next. Like last year when I was there, by mile 13, people run out of biofreeze. And so I was picking up biofreeze from like the first tent because by the medical tent, because by then people don't need biofreeze. We're at 6 miles. And then I had to navigate my way to like medical station 18 or 17 and through the crowd and stuff and blowing my whistling. But when you get there and you provide the stuff for the people, they're so happy. Like, you got here pretty quick. He's like, yeah, because I studied the course.
Yes.
So we know how to navigate the system and get there. This Sunday, we wanted to drop some supplies from where we were, from medical tent, which is in Balboa, to another tent at medical, I think it was 10. And I was going with this other guy and he had a flat. So right there, I'm like, okay, give me the supplies. Yeah. I'll take it off, share your tire, drop it off. When I went there, they're like, you made it so quick. I'm like, that's what we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. And that's the most beautiful. So again, my role, because I've been in this for a long time, is I am like the first bike marshal on the course. So I'm in front of everybody and I have a radio. And my thing is I radio in to tell, is the course clear? Is everything good? Anybody look kind of shady on the course and stuff like that. So I'm way ahead of everybody. So I have to just be putting the gas. I'm in front of the wheelchair. I'm in front of all the pace cars. I'm in front. And it's so much fun.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility though, because I think, I'm not going to call his name, but I think about 2 or 3 years ago, one guy put up the roll and he cracked. He couldn't keep the pace. Oh. So now he says, no, I've not been putting in the work. Yeah. So he says, if Omar wants it, he can have it. I want to call to him, I'm like, of course I'll take this. This is the coolest one. I mean, I have Marshall Carnamans a couple years ago.
Nice.
I've marshaled the lead wheelchair. I've done lead American. I've done everything.
Nice.
But now I'm at the place where I'm.
So you're the lead marshal pro.
Well, more or less.
Down the resume.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, again, we do more than just bike for ourselves in Chicago. So that's the point I'm trying to make, is that we give back, and now RT has experienced it and he's hooked now. I mean, we're going to have, I think, Shamrock next year. And also there's a Chicago 13.1.
Yes.
So we do those, and those are even much more fun.
Yes.
On the ride on. Hopefully, the weather for Shamrock can be a little bit brutal.
Yeah, that's what, in March?
March.
Yeah.
So when we get to that point, I'll tell you about how to dress because it can be brutal.
Okay.
But Chicago 13.1, oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's good stuff. So do you race any? Or do you plan to race?
You know, honestly, no.
Not even gravel?
No, and so I've always said I'm gonna get into gravel, and being in the city, it's not much gravel. A lot of guys, they go out to like Morris and Plainfield, out those areas. But I just never done it. I thought about racing, like it was a couple years ago when the Intelligentsia Cup was still going through Fulton, like the upper part, like the industrial part. And they had the fixie race. I was like, no, I can get out there and do that. And so I thought about it. Maybe if I get some convincing, drop a couple more pounds, we'll see. But right now, no. But I'm just enjoying just riding, man. Just like if I don't ride, I'm grumpy. Yeah. So yeah, I get up. I'm an early rider, so I'm up at 5 a.m. most days, and out the house by 5:30. And my goal is always to be back home by 7. So depending on how fast I rode, I can be between 23 to 25 miles by the time I get back. So, I know
that's a good little spin.
Nice. Yeah. It's a good push. So, for me, it's me against me. That's how I look at everything.
Even Kevin Hart said that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the next me. I'm not trying to be, I'm trying to be me. Kevin Hart. That's his thing.
Absolutely.
And I think you're right. The only person I compare myself to is myself.
Yeah.
Because we all have different paths and different directions. And as I gotten older and I become more, again, mature in my thinking and stuff, I don't compare myself to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
It's me versus me. And even if it's a sport against somebody else, I'm trying to be the best me to go against you.
Absolutely.
That's about it.
Absolutely.
So that's good. So so you don't plan to do any racing in the future? They're thinking about anything?
No. Well, the closest thing to a race that I've done is, so last year I went to Tour de Tucson out in Arizona. So it's a time race. So last year was my first year, kind of just get my feet wet. So going back next month. So my plan is to beat my time from last year. So if you want to say that's racing, that's going to be my race.
That's you beating you.
Correct.
you racing against yourself.
Absolutely.
That works. Those races are pretty awesome. I wish I could. I think we spoke about this. I wish I could do that, but with my kids and stuff, it's just hard to just up and just leave them by themselves.
Yeah.
Plus, it might sound kind of weird. Like, me and my wife went to Jamaica last year. We were there for like about 5-6 days. And it's kind of weird. Like, we always say, hey, we want to have some time by ourselves and everything. By day 3, I'm like, man, I miss my kids. Isn't that crazy? We were like just walking around like just saying, man, where are our kids? We miss our kids. It's the wildest thing I've ever experienced. Like sometimes I want to be by myself. Like this weekend, my wife and the kids went away to camping. I didn't go because I did the marathon stuff. And man, I roll over and I'm like, oh my God, I'm by myself. I think I miss my wife. Where's my kids? It's a crazy experience.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, but that's just something that we go through, but I really want to experience some of those rides. I know Kendall. There's a lot of
Yes.
Kendall. Yeah, everyone knows Kendall.
Yeah.
He does he's always going to Mars, Venus. He's everywhere just doing his thing. I'm like, bro, like I wish you could, but he's an empty nester.
Yeah.
I have many years before I become an empty nester. But once I become an empty nester, my wife's a cyclist, I'm a cyclist. And we do stuff. Whenever she's off, me and my wife will go.
No, there's definitely some good events. So
even the One Love.
So One Love in Atlanta, Labor Day weekend. It's an awesome event. If you haven't done that, definitely put that on the calendar. I call that the Mecca. Like that's like the Mecca, like homecoming. So you typically get 2,000 or so riders come from all over the country. And it's like a big homecoming. Like everyone's just set up their tents in this big field, and they have 5 days of riding. So you can do as much as you want or as little as you want. So
it's on my bucket list.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time. The Major Taylor International Cycling Alliance, they had a convention out in LA this year. So went out to that and rode out in LA and Santa Monica and Redondo Beach, and you realize that the elevation is much more prevalent there than it is here in Chicago. But
then you realize that Tor Hill is nothing. Yeah, I mean, no. if you head out west,
yes,
you can get some good climbing.
Yes,
out west. Yes. Okay, I've loved. There's a ride I wish you could do next year if it's possible. Kendall has gone a couple times with me. It's the Ups and Downs.
Okay.
In Elizabeth, close to Galena.
Okay.
So it always work out where me and my wife and the kids, we go camping at weekends. We're not too far away. Mm-hmm. So my wife will just drive up and we do the race. So she'll do the half and I'll do she do like the 35 mile, I did the 100, I did the 62 miler. Okay. So we basically will bike together until the split point. And once we split, then we just take the gas off the tent and we just, me and Patrick and Kendall, let's go for it. That's a really, really nice ride. A lot of elevation, maybe like about 5,000 feet of climbing, which is not too bad. And go up a little bit in Wisconsin and come back down. Okay. Check it out.
Yeah, because I honestly, like, being a bigger guy, climbing, I used to hate climbing. But now I've embraced it. It's just a necessary evil.
It's a part of it.
I mean, it's just, I know my limitations. So, I'm going to go slow and steady. So last year, we were out in Tucson. I went up 8 miles up Mount Lemmon and turned around. I was like, okay, this is enough. So going back out there, so like I said, next month. So, maybe I'll try and do 15. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it's just, use those gears. That's what you got them for.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe you could do like a 36 you're riding on your bike? You're 36? Yeah. So I'm kind of a weirdo. So when I go to Ups and Downs with Patrick or Kendall or Mike Baber, so I'll do all of the climbing in my 54. I'll do like 54, 28. So, and I do all my climbing in that. When they're like, you're mad, I said, guys, let's try do 53 and whatever. And they try for like 2 minutes, like 30 seconds. They're like, no, hell no. They're not doing it. And I'll be just like, I just go up the hill and wait for them. But again, because I this is my workout time also. It's just for fun and chilling. I do it. But I love the time on 54 and just laugh at those guys. And they're like, but I'm like, yeah, this is, it's all about the fun. That's what it is. So I mean, it seems like you've had a really good time in the past couple of years since you've been biking. So do you have like one biking experience you're like, man, this was just like one of the highest point I've ever been? Just remember that stands out.
So honestly, I've had and I was thinking about this, there's a couple that I was going back and forth on. I would say the best, most memorable, honestly, was back in August. And so Major Taylor Cleveland, some of these guys I went to high school with. So, we all see each other at the different events. They're like, dude, when you gonna come home and ride? Because I hadn't ridden in Cleveland since I was a kid. Yeah. And so they had a fundo back in August. So I drove over to Cleveland and did the ride. And I would say that probably was my most memorable because we went through my old neighborhood and down the, where I grew up, man. It was just like, it was nostalgic for me. Like, and we were hitting it though too. Now Cleveland has some elevation, and these guys were rolling. I mean, they were cooking. And so
then you're like, man, these are my streets, man. These are my streets.
Yeah,
I know the house.
And some of them were still raggedy.
Yeah.
So a lot of potholes.
So some of them. Also over there, I dated a girl from the house. Like reminiscent, going back.
Exactly. Flashback. So,
exactly. I know
but yeah, I would say that was just, like I said, going through the old neighborhood, riding through my old city. Like I said, being that I hadn't done it since a kid. And, back then we weren't riding in the streets like that. We were riding on sidewalks. And so to be able to ride through the neighborhoods and just like capture the nostalgia of being back home was probably my most memorable.
Yeah, so every town like this, same thing in Jamaica too. When I was growing up as a kid, every town have like some guy on the corner. So I don't know if you had one of those, but when you went back, was the same guy in the same place?
Yep. Sitting on the same stoop.
Isn't that crazy?
With the milk crates.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, man,
in Jamaica, I'm like, and some of these guys to me, they're like 100 years old. And they're still there. They're the same
probably
thing.
About 80. Yeah.
See?
So yeah, I was surprised though too. Like, people pass, and sometimes you hear, sometimes you don't. And so I'm like, damn, he's still sitting out here. Waving.
every every town need one of those guys. Because again, now we're talking about it because we don't realize that, but people like those give us fun memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
That we don't think about it later on. You're like, man, OG still there.
Absolutely.
And you remember like when that one time when something happened and you either defended somebody or dropped some knowledge on you, you're like, yeah, that guy right there is the true OG of our time. Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned Major Taylor and Kevin, which is Misfits. So what groups do you bike with in Chicago?
So I still ride with Misfits. I started riding with Chain Reaction cycling here this past year. So they're a newer club. Most of the riders were COVID riders. And so, just being a little older, Malik, he called me an OG the other day. I was like, OG, like, damn, I ain't that old, but, whatever. So he's like, OG. I was like, all right, man. So, just giving different tips and stuff and, the knowledge I have, not saying I know everything, but just the knowledge I have, helping those guys out and learning stuff from them as well. And then also I'm a ride leader with Rafa. So
you do Rafa too? Okay.
Yeah. So between the three, I get a lot of riding in. So
which means that he's like really in the city.
Yeah, I'm in the city.
That's what it is. Yeah. I am in the city, but I'm actually like on the tip of the city, like on the north side. Like you could say I live in Evanston, basically. Yeah. That's where I reside. So I hardly ever go down south because get down south again, same. I mean, I don't mind eating bugs, but like your wife, I don't. But it's just too much stop and go.
Yeah.
For me, it's like a jump and I head up north, hit Sheridan. Once I hit like Baha'i Temple.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can go.
I can just go.
So that's how I feel about, and for whatever reason, there are some great routes on the south side.
100% agree with you.
So Monday for Indigenous People Day or Columbus Day, whatever you want to call it. I don't get into all that. I rode to Whiting.
I saw that.
For coffee and a muffin, right? So went down the lakefront going there. But coming back, I said, I'm going to switch it up. So came across South Chicago. And, that's about 5 miles of just straightaway. And the lights are pretty spaced out. So you can get a good clip going down South Chicago. So
I did the Misfit ride with Kevin a couple months ago, and I was just so awed by the biking roads and how people are just so nice.
Yeah,
so many bike lanes.
Yes,
down the side of town.
Big bike lanes too.
Big bike lanes.
Yeah.
And when we ride, we take up one lane, the right lane, and people just give it to us.
Yeah,
the cops are waving us, flashing us, and say good job. And I'm like, the people come out on their porch waving, and I'm like, I don't feel that energy on the north side.
I don't know, man. Not to, because I'm in West Town.
I'm with you.
I'm in West Town, so I guess I'm near West Side. So when we do the Rafa rides on Sunday sometime, it's never fails. We were going through, what's that, Winnetka? No, Glencoe.
Yeah.
There's always someone, get out the street.
Yeah.
And it's just like, share the road.
You're supposed to be the uppity, sophisticated people in town. And
it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Why are you so angry?
I know.
Your latte is going to be there.
The other day when they were doing the construction in front of the fort, it was all messed up right there.
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to go in the back neighborhood where the people live in the base. And there's actually a back road right there that you can ride on.
Yeah.
We rode on it. And this one lady was out there. You're not supposed to be biking over here. And I'm like, lady.
Oh my God.
It's 6:30 in the morning. Like, calm your tits. I mean, sorry, but I was like, it's not that serious.
Yeah, it's.
We had to detour because the road is messed up.
Yes.
And the reason one of the main reasons was because there's like a tar in the road, so it was very slippery.
So we
North Shore. We went through it and we were like, when we come back, we're not actually take the detour and skip that part. She was mad.
Yeah. So North Shore Century, so we did that event and didn't realize that when you came out of Fort
Sheridan, it was all messed up.
That exactly, and that damn tar and oil was, oh my gosh, I had to go home and clean my bike because it was all over the place. So, but yeah, I know exactly what you're
but I mean, again, I'm not knocking, but I can tell you from my experience riding down south, which I didn't expect that, I felt more welcome.
Yeah.
In south of Chicago than in north of Chicago.
Yeah. A lot of when I typically lead one ride a month for Rafa, and so I'll take them south. Because most of the rides go north. I mean, most people go north, so which is fine. But I'll take them south. So we'll go down to Wolf Lake. But riding even to Indiana. So Hammond, like Holman Avenue, wide road, 2 lanes, big bike lanes, smooth, freshly paved. I mean, you can just ride.
Right. And nobody yells. I mean, again, I still, every time I put this in the back of my mind, I'm like, what is the difference? I mean, these are the nice neighborhoods which should have the nice people.
Yeah. Well,
but they will yell at you, man. And down south,
I call it an entitlement, but
it is what it is. It is what I think. There's an acronym for them, but I'm going something like nothing in my backyard or something. NIM for nothing in my backyard or something like this. Yeah. But I was like, wow. I want to go back on the Misfit ride, but I would just want to hit it because we were going at the okay pace. I want to go there and hit some of those stretches. There's some nice stretches down there.
We can PR.
And I wasn't hitting anything, and I was like, man, but I'm like, it's all good. But
South Chicago and MLK too. MLK and Michigan. Michigan. Yeah. You can get. They're smooth and you can get it.
So I can imagine some of those places down south would be some of your favorite places to go on bike on versus up north.
Yeah. Drexel's good. The Boulevard. So there's some good routes down there.
All right, before he gets,
I don't go down there and start stealing all the PRs.
No. I'm just kidding. I promise. There's actually some comms I would never touch because it's like one of my OMG that passed away a couple years ago, and I've ridden on those segments, and I was like, I will never touch these comms ever. And if you know what I'm talking about, and I'll never touch those comms. So those they're safe. Yep. I won't come hunting down south. I will let them be. I'll just put the boys up north in their places. So that's how we do it. No, but for sure though, we need to get together because I don't think we've ever ridden before, so we need to get it right together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
the time is closing up, but I don't mind. And I think there's a Friday morning ride. Do you do that one?
The FMR.
FMR.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah. I've been doing it consistently, probably the past 2 months. If I'm in town, I do it.
I used to do it, but man, these guys get too sketchy sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Like, they're racing. I'm like, guys, it's just a ride, man. Just chill out, man.
Yeah.
If you want to race, come on Wednesdays when we're hitting it, or WNs and I ride. You see what hitting it mean, But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And but I don't know time to get back. So we have a ride on Friday mornings. If you want to experience a really, really fun, chill ride, is a Cortada ride on Fridays.
Okay.
It's always have the most people that shows up because if you go at 20 miles an hour, you're going too fast.
Okay.
And the rule is, if you can hear the person explaining you're talking, you're going too fast.
Okay.
So we just talk, and then we go to the fourth loop and come back, and we have coffee at either Tala or Hometown or Pete's or one of those places. And it's a chillest ride.
Cool.
So if you can make all these, they're biking, even when it's like 2 degrees, they still go bike, but I'm not doing it anymore. God loved me, so he gave me a Zwift. So that's what I do when it gets too cold. As I said before, I have heated glove, heated sock, I have everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not going outside the cold. Been there, done that. I've paid the piper. No I'm on Zwift. Do you Zwift?
I do not. So, I did a couple years ago. So, I had my bike on a trainer, and it was like, what's the green trainer?
Green.
It's like not smart. It wasn't a smart trainer at all.
Like a regular clip-on trainer. Okay.
And so I had that. And so it's funny that you said it. So I just saw that. So a buddy of mine just sold me his Wahoo kicker. So
what gen? You know what gen is it? V what? V1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Don't give me a lie. I'll have to look and see. I got it for like a steal. So I probably will do a little bit more. Because like I said, I use the Peloton in the winter. So I'll do a metric on the Peloton, which is painful. It's, I don't do the classes per se. I do more of the scenic rides. So, you can kind of just go with your own flow, and then I'll just, set the pace I want to keep it at. And then, and then I'll just, have a movie on or something like that. And, be in the pain cave, as I call it, and just ride. So
I have nothing against Peloton, but I would highly recommend you to get rid of Peloton and jump on Zwift.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. No, the Peloton was not my idea. It was, hey, let's get a Peloton.
Because I don't like bugs.
And still sitting there.
Jump on, get on Zwift, get set up, Because the cool thing is in the wintertime, you and I could ride together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally, I could make an event.
Yeah.
And check out like a network.
Yeah.
We'll make a group ride together. We show up and we say, okay, we're going to hit this speed, this watts, and we slip bike together and see each other. In the wintertime, we do that. Or we do it, we call each other like on Discord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Slack or whatever. And we can see each other and we talk to each other while we're doing
Okay.
biking. So we do stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you want to jump on the Zwift and
once I get it all set up, I'll definitely, because I think I'm gonna buy another bike just for the.
What did I tell you? Bullshit. I told you.
Not for the road though. Just be for in the house.
No, exactly. We'd be like,
But,
he was like, you know what? I was thinking about it, and I just got the 14, and then I put this bike on the trainer. That is the logic. That's logic right here. That's logic.
We got to make it make sense.
Exactly. Make it make sense. That makes sense. That's pretty awesome. So this is something I ask people. Some people don't have any, I know I have. So as a cyclist in Chicago, what are some of the obstacles you face, if you have any? Do you face any obstacles biking in Chicago? Or something that you think could be improved in Chicago?
Well, I will say, and I will give the city credit when it's due. I do appreciate the improvements in the bike lane infrastructure around being done in the core of the city. Like Milwaukee, they just redid it all, so there's like protected bike lanes. Actually, down on the south side, Indiana, they just did protected bike lanes. So the obstacles, I wish they did more enforcement. The people parking in the bike lanes is just, it grinds my gears because, and even every morning, so like I said, I get up at 5 and I'm out 5:30. I ride down Illinois and the firehouse right there, Illinois and Dearborn. And I know they're changing shifts, but the firefighters are parked in the bike lane. It's like, guys, I know it's not much traffic out, but you're parked in the bike lane. So
come on, firefighters, you can do better than that.
So, but other than that,
so you can find people, your speed, your culture.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and I think for me, like riding with the 3 different clubs, I can get a flavor of different things, different people. For me, it's helped me meet a lot of different people that I maybe not necessarily had met before, ride with a bunch of different people. And it's funny, a lot of folks would say, oh, I never knew who you were. I would see you all the time, like out on the lakefront or, riding around the city. We just didn't know who the hell you were. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm RT.
I'm the OG. I'm RT, the OG. As Malik said.
So, but yes, but it's, no, you definitely, I feel like you can find what you want, whether you want to, ride with racers.
100%.
Yeah. Whether you want to ride with racers.
And I think,
yeah,
why Chicago is so dope, because there is any kind of weirdness, goodness you're into, there's a bike group for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chicago is just like, we have everybody. We're a very inclusive place.
Yes,
okay?
Absolutely.
And if you want to find your speed, your folks, your culture, it's here. Okay. I mean, for me, because I'm on the north side, there's not enough African-American people of my, my kin folks. But if I go down south, I'll hit up Major Taylor. If somebody there's Misfit, I'll find them. It's way down south. So it's all here. I want to go out there, want to hit up some fast guys. I can bike with 606, Triple X, Indigo, OK Cycling, Evolution. And I have all these jerseys. I'm in all these clubs. By the way. I don't have some of the jerseys, but I have most of the jerseys. Man, I have all the club jerseys, man. And I just ask the guys for them, like, hey, can I have one?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna race, so there's no conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So okay, you can have a 606 jersey. I'm in Triple X, I pay my dues.
Nice.
I'm in Evolution from when they were Johnny Sprocket.
Yeah.
I'm still there with them.
Yeah.
And I'm in Cortado. I have a Plaza jersey, and I'm trying to expand. Hopefully, get a Union jersey. I'm trying to work on a Union jersey. I was asking Chicago United lady, can I get one? But she says it's only for club members. I'm like, why don't make one? I want to rep my city.
Right.
That's the reason I want to wear it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a good behaving guy, so I wouldn't mind wearing an Indigo jersey. Okay, so because this is my city. I'm not gonna buy. My respect to you guys, but I probably never wear a Legion jersey.
Yeah. Because
Legion is not my city.
Yeah.
I'm Chicago.
Understood.
Love you guys. I support you guys, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm Chicago. So I want to support my city.
Makes sense.
So that's why I just ask people for jersey. When they give it to me, I'll rep you.
Nice.
And
Nice.
just go from there.
Nice.
Oh, I got misfit jerseys too now. I got a misfit jersey. Maybe.
Well, there's so many of them. I mean, Kevin, I would say he
is of
I think
ideas.
he just be sitting there just making jerseys like
exactly. Is of an idea.
Head, like,
I have an epiphany.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the store literally has maybe 50
different
60
flavors.
Different jerseys.
Yeah.
So.
And they're pretty cool too. I like
no, they're
like the ones with the Ethiopian colors. Oh, had to get that one.
Yeah.
Jamaican, the connection to the motherland,
Yeah.
had to get it. It's just pretty awesome. Yeah, man, I learned so much about you. I mean, I'm really, again, appreciate you coming out because I've met you through like Kevin and I've seen you riding, and then we had this joke about backup, this whole helmet stuff, because I still didn't get the helmet stuff on Misfit. What's that about?
So they call me the helmet police, and a lot of people wear helmets in the city incorrectly. And so it's a running joke. Let me make sure my helmet's straight because RT gonna say something.
Oh, that's
so,
it goes.
Yeah. So, we have some folks, they're back too far, they're slanted, they're just too small for their head. Speaking of specialized, some of those helmets are like, they look massive on people's heads. So yeah, I tend to.
Yeah, so that's where it comes from. Okay, gotcha. So the day I posted mine, I did it because I kept on seeing people posting. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just post mine and just perform. I said, it's a joke here. I don't know what the joke is.
I checked it. But it was
good.
It was fun.
All right.
I'd have told you.
Awesome. Yeah, as was mentioned before. So you said you were biking this morning, and who did you run into this morning?
So I was out this morning, and I'm going past Oak Street Beach, and it's pitch black dark. And one quick thing, cyclists, please put some lights on your bike if you're gonna be riding early in the morning, because we can't see you and you can't see us. Like, let's be safe. So I thought I saw him, and I'm like, damn, that looks like the governor. But I kept going. So I rode up to Hollywood and came back down, and coming around the curve towards Ohio Street Beach, and he's still walking. So it was Governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, out getting and he's looking great. He's lost a bunch of weight, and so I'm assuming it was a state trooper walking behind him, like a little distance. And so I saw him, and I stopped and talked to him and said, hey, just appreciate what you're doing. Keep giving them hell, considering everything that's going on, and just, keep fighting for the city and for the state. And we took it. He's like, hey, let's take a picture. And
oh, that's awesome.
And took a picture, and I took off and made it my way back home. So, yeah.
So you can see a lot of cool things on the city. I mean, I would have never expected him to.
That's why I was so surprised. I was like, is that the governor? But, he lives right there in the Gold Coast. But yeah, I was surprised to see him out there working out. But,
being a good example. But
yeah, no, definitely.
You should tell him, hey, you need to get a bike, man. Get another bike.
I started to tell him, hey, why don't you get a bike? Come ride with us sometimes. So, still may do that. So,
hey, if we see him again,
shoot him a message like, hey,
he'll remember who you are. One day you say, hey, remember, I'm that one guy that, and he's like, you'll be like, you're Ramon. Oh, cool, man. Hey, I love this city, man. I moved here a couple years ago and as a runner, and I tried to run with some guys, but I just wasn't connecting as much. And I've always wanted a bike, and I've always had to be an okay cyclist. And I think I'm a better cyclist than I was a runner for sure. And I think I was an okay runner, as you can see on my medals. Those are first place and all sorts of different things. In my younger days, though, and I think now I'm a way better cyclist. I don't think I've even peaked as a cyclist.
No,
I don't think I've peaked.
I don't think I have either. I definitely can say that I've seen the improvement, excuse me, year over year. And like I said, for me, I just want to keep getting better. It's my passion. Like, I love it. Like the bug is, I still have it full gas. And so, I mean, I just try and ride. For me, that's my happy place, especially like getting up in the morning, seeing the sunrise now. And that's a good way to start off the day before the craziness starts and whatnot. So, yeah.
Yeah. And how many miles do you try to bike a year since you've been?
So this year, I'm trying to do 5,000, which I think I have like 120 left. So I'll have that done by.
All right, I'll give you a new challenge. I think you should do about
yeah. Well, you told me you
7,000.
Yeah. A couple years ago, like the COVID years, I did like 8,000. Like that was my most I did. Last year I did almost 6,000. So
Yeah,
6,000. So
COVID year I would do like 16,000.
yeah, COVID was just crazy. Like
because nothing was going on, and I was just on the bike, just bike.
Yeah, it was like just ride the bike and no cars were out. You can just really explore the city. So,
all right. So anyway, so we're gonna get it right together. Soon.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna recruit some of the brothers, Patrick, Baber, and some of the other, and hopefully young boy Malik can get in his bike. You know, I've seen Malik, and I don't think we've ever spoken or introduced ourselves to each other.
Really?
Yeah, it's because of this weird vibe, which I don't know, but we just never spoken. Like me and Will, we kick it, but Will is gone now. So, but me and Malik has never like, hey, I'm Omar, I'm Malik. Like never. I've spoke to Malik's daughter more than Malik.
Wow.
Because I saw her at Grit, and we were talking, and he
does FMR. So
he's one of the guys at FMR, and
so
like bad bikes back in the days and stuff.
Greg, you ride with Greg Gurley?
Do I know Greg?
You know Greg. He does Velo Vino.
Man,
it's like the big ride and then wine and burgers afterwards. It was back in August, I want to say September. If you haven't done it, it's a great event. You should try it.
Okay, because again, like what you're saying about people, I thought I knew many people in Chicago when it comes to biking, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me just chill some of these evenings. I went to touring ride, and I'm like, one of that ride, I'm like, I don't know most of these people.
Yeah.
And I thought I knew a lot of people. I actually don't. So
it's a lot of people here. It's a lot of cyclists here, and that's why I like to ride with the different groups, because it's forcing me to ride all over the city as opposed to just riding south. And like since I'm in, like I said, on the near west side, I'm like right in the middle, so I can go north or south and get both flavors. So yeah. Yeah,
and so a lot of times the people who ride bikes, because again, affordability, are typically people who are kind of more professional.
Correct.
So it's like great for me. I wish bikes would be more affordable and people could actually get more into it because of, but it's cost effective. I mean, I just finished grad school and I couldn't buy a bike because I couldn't afford it, but now I can afford bikes.
Yeah.
So again, for me, it's a good way to meet professional people and people who are family and all the different things. So it's a good place to meet some good folks. So yeah, as we come to an end and wrap up, anything you want to leave us with? Like, what's your mantra? Shut up, legs.
Shut up, legs. Yeah. So, I love that. I got picked up the shirt a couple years ago. I love this shirt. Like I said, me versus me, and for you versus you. At the end of the day, just make yourself better. We can go on these rides and, we can test against each other, but at the end of the day, if you're not happy with yourself and how you're performing, no one can do anything for you unless you want to do it yourself. So, just keep being the best you can be every day.
Words from an OG. Ramon Stewart, aka RT. He's the man. Again, thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate you for coming and support. And it's what it's all about. We support each other. Okay, and before I made it yesterday about Wakanda Forever. And this is what it's all about. Okay, we support each other, understand the mission, we come and we just do our thing. And this is why, again, Chicago is a great place. So as I come to an end, guys, again, thanks for the support, all the likes and subscribing and the comments and everything. We're gonna keep on pushing. And I got many people to cover. Okay, and again, it doesn't matter if you're fast or slow. If you have a bike, let's come and chat. Let's learn about you. I mean, I think he probably was surprised when I knew about College of Wooster. He was like, "You know about College of Wooster?"
Yeah, most people don't.
I know.
I was definitely surprised.
I know little things about a few little things here and there, because when I was in Jamaica, coming here and looking at college, looking to McAllister, Colgate, Barnard, just name Grinnell, Cornell, just name the schools. At one point, I did notice I want to go to Smith. Smith is an all-female school
Yeah.
because the money looked right, and I'm like, it's all female.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been to Randolph Macon. I've seen Liberty. I've gone to Morgan. I've seen Morgan State. I mean, Benedict College. Just me. We can call it Ivy League schools too and everything, but I've been to some places in the US, so I know a lot of things about little things. So again, guys, thank you again for everything, guys. And as we keep, let's say, keep it going and keep the miles and smiles going.